about 100 degrees, I'm thinking, plus 30 Celsius. I wanted to relax in the truck, so this is how I set it up. When it's really hot, you just open both windows, right? And preferably, if possible, open the door. Makes a big difference when you open the door. And then here, I love the sleeper because I have these doors in here, right? And this thing goes down, so it gives you a mosquito net. So if there's too many mosquitoes or there's people parked next to me, I just close this and just see, this thing goes up and down. But now there's no people next to me, so it's fine like this. And there's a big difference between the lower bunk and the upper bunk. And the top it's like Finnish bathhouse, you know. But this one is open, and for some reason it stays open. Like the one problem with these doors is that they tend to swing back, you know, like you saw what this one did. As soon as I removed that mosquito killer thing, it just goes this way. And also, I was very happy with the fan. When I had in the Mac, I had the fan, and what I used to do is, let me show you guys. What I used to do is I would open the window like this, right? But maybe, well, if it's like I'm sleeping and I want to be safe, so I would put the fan like this. But I had a different fan. This is a new one. And then I would, you know, raise the window somewhere like here, so this thing will grab colder air from outside and just send it to my sleeper, you know. But now it's too hot, and so what I do is I just put it like this. And I like it that in this Kenworth I have 12-volt sockets everywhere. Like you see, I got one here, right? I got one there, and I got two in here, 1 and 2, you know. So technically I can get like 4 fans like this. And I wanted to buy a single fan like the one I had with the Mac, but they didn't have it, so they had this one. And this one actually is pretty cool because it doesn't take too much power. I checked on the box, and you see you can rotate them individually, you know, and everything rotates, and it's a quick alligator type clip, so you can use many different ways to use this thing. And the best part is that it comes with this little box in here, and you can adjust the speed. See, maximum is like this way. That's maximum. 1, 2, and it shut off. See? And that's what you gotta do sometimes, you know. But APUs, people keep asking me about them. I just don't like them. Too much money, you know, and especially too much noise. I cannot sleep when it's noisy, you know. I always try to get away from guys with reefer trailers, you know. And this is Flying J in Walton, Kentucky. Walton, Kentucky. I'm not in a big rush because I gotta stop in Buffalo and pick up my new binders, right? And if you remember, I ordered these binders, these new ones with the grab hook on standard, like grab hook on one end, but a slip hook, like a big hook on the other end. I saw this at Mammoth Crane Company, and I really like this design, so I decided to give it a try. And I found the online supplier that sells these binders. They're pretty expensive, but so far I ordered 8, And as soon as I was, when I was leaving Canada with the Tiger Cat, UPS called me and said, "Hey, we have your binders, we have your packages over here." And I asked them to hold it until July 13th, which is today. And a couple of days ago, I realized I'm not gonna make it, so I sent them an email. Please hold it till Monday. Monday, I can pick it up. And the funny thing is that when you have, I'm shooting with the phone. When you have a Canadian phone, even though I'm in US, right? I'm in US, but I'm using AT&T, like automatically, right? My Rogers from Canada switches me to AT&T automatically. So I'm in US, and I'm trying to call this 1-800 pickup UPS, you know, the 1-800 number for UPS. Your call cannot be completed as dialed. And that's so irritating. It's basically these cheap bastards, you know, when they set up the 800 number, it's not available for international calls. And even though I'm in the States, but with my cell phone being registered in Canada, it's as if I'm calling from Canada, right? And so that 800 number didn't work. And so I thought I would lose these binders, you know, because they didn't respond to my email. I cannot call them. And finally I remembered something that was very popular in the middle of the last century, payphones. And I know that from any payphone in US you can call an 800 number, right? And so this morning I was, where was I? Somewhere in Tennessee, I think. Yeah, it was another Flying J at Tennessee. I go there, start looking for a payphone, and of course now it's a rarity, right? These days nobody has them anymore because they're expensive to maintain. And I see a payphone. I lift up the receiver. I have the dial tone. So I call UPS. Thank you for calling UPS. It works, you know? Like, what a stupid setup. So you have to go to a payphone to call UPS if you're from Canada and you're trying to track your package arriving in US. UPS, not cool. Not cool. But anyway, so I reached them, gave them my tracking number. They said, okay, we'll give you 5 more days. I said, I don't need 5 days. I need 1 day, 1 business day, from Friday till Monday. Okay, it'll be there. All right. So that problem is solved. And because of these long trips, right, like super long trips, well, for me, I'm trying to keep it to stay close to home. And one aspect of this job as a driver, actually, there's not that many jobs where you can drive and you can, you know, and you can get entertainment, right? Like, for example, if you're a pilot, I don't think they will allow you to listen to audiobooks when you fly in the plane. But when you're a trucker, it's a perfectly legal and safe and tremendously enjoyable way to you know, kill the time. And so I have this Vince Flynn Kill Shot. Listen to it twice. Very nice. Stuart Woods, Dirty Work. Excellent. This is the first time I heard a Stuart Woods novel, and I got so impressed that I went in and I tried to find his another book by Stuart Woods. I found this one, The Run. It's about basically politics, the White House. And the beautiful thing about audiobooks is that, okay, they're not cheap, right? But $15 gives you 6 hours. 6 hours, you know. Try to get that with the DVD. So that's why I stopped buying, you know, movies, because I watch them on Netflix. But audiobooks, I know you can rent them cheaper, but you can rent them, you can go to this Audible stuff, and I tried that. I don't like monthly subscriptions, you know. So this way I can buy what I want when I feel like it. Like sometimes I don't buy them that often. It's just that when it's a really long trip, right? And so I got this one today. And I got this one, and it was a bit weird, and I thought it was like the first novel of this guy, but it's still selling. And then at the end, when I listened to it, at the end it says copyright 1969. So the guy wrote this book, this pretty famous author, right? He wrote this in 1969. It's still on audio available, but it's not very good. And then this one was pretty cool. Pacific Beat by Jefferson Parker. It was 20 bucks, but for 20 bucks you get 12 discs and 15 hours of listening. So I listened to it as I was driving to Utah. made the miles go real fast. So that's what I do as trucker. So yeah, these I already listened to. Oh, and then I bought one more today. It's a major motion picture, The Mountain Between Us. Now in the movie, these two characters are played by Kate Winslet and Idris Elba. And I thought it would be cool to listen to. It's about, disaster in the mountains of Utah. And I just came from there. So that's my entertainment for the next couple of days. And the load was behaving because I put so many chains on it. See, still there. Kind of like smiling. I look at those headlights, it's like, this machine is smiling. Everything is cool because, yeah, what did I do? I put 6 chains. 6 chains, and I went through a bunch of scales. Everybody liked me. Nobody gave me a ticket. And so on. Now I just have Kentucky. I'm almost out of Kentucky, right? So now I have to go tomorrow. I'm gonna go through Cincinnati on, they want me to take a bypass on 270, what is it, 271, 275, and then take 71 to Ohio, and basically end up in my favorite town of Cleveland, Ohio, and go east on I-90 and enter Buffalo and enter New York. And then once so that's Monday I'm gonna be in Buffalo, and then from Buffalo it's about 8 hours to my destination in Quebec. So I think I'll deliver probably first thing Tuesday morning. If I deliver Tuesday morning before 10 and I send up my factoring request before 10, I will get money on Tuesday after lunch in my account. Not sure what I'm doing next. I need to stop. I'll probably go empty back home. But I found a nail in one tire. I want to fix that. It's not leaking or anything. It's like a small nail, but I don't like it. And also I want to check my hydraulics on the trailer, because sometimes I have a suspicion that one cylinder is not working, and maybe that's why that problem happened when I lost those washer rings, I think. And because sometimes I try to raise the trailer, it goes like very, very slowly, and I put my hand on the hose where the hydraulic fluid is supposed to go, and one of them I can feel the vibration, I can feel oil flowing inside, but the other one is sometimes just nothing is moving over there, And so there's a hydraulic shop not too far from my yard in Cambridge. So I want to stop there and check it, because I think that's what might have happened, when I had that big trencher, 90,000 pound trencher, and I was raising it, and if one cylinder was not working, so then all this super heavy weight was getting on only one cylinder, and it's probably that's why it got out of alignment, and those washer rings got out. So it's important, right? Important. Oh, and also on the way to Montreal, yeah, I'm gonna show my trailer to this guy who's interested, and see what see what he says. If he says he wants it, I'll do a trade-in, so I'll get rid of this trailer, and I still haven't decided what to get next, but probably not a 60-ton. Just no reason to go heavier. I don't know. It's just too much hassle with all these Jeeps and Stingers, you know. I like this setup. 8 axles, very nice. Everything, you always have them with you, right? I don't need it. I lift it. It's not perfect, but it's kind of like universal, you know. But the jury is still out, and first of all, I don't even know if this guy will buy the trailer, but if he does, then I might have some interesting venues to explore. So stay put. I'll keep you posted. Thanks for watching.